talk to me about some of your biggest accomplishments to date working with the board as a trustee for our village.
Okay. Yeah, and even prior to me being on the board, I've been working with the village for a number of years. For those that don't know, I'm a technologist, so I work for a software company. We build websites, web applications. So I bring a technology background to the board, a bit of diversification, which I think has added a lot of value to the village over the years. I think it was about 4 years ago, the last election, one of the biggest topics was communication, right? So I personally I was brought on board to build the website, the social media presence, all the social channels. So this is prior to me being a trustee. I was hired by the village to do that. And when I became a trustee, I continued with that. So basically gave up the pay there and have been contributing not only in that role still, but also all my other trustee responsibilities. So really helping with communications, and that was very important during COVID. I was working closely with the mayor on disseminating critical information and communications to the residents via social media, through the website. I also built online enrollment applications. So for instance, the summer rec program, right? You used to have to stand in front of Village Hall in a long line to sign your kid up for summer rec. And during COVID, I created an online application where you can just fill that out online, pay online, no need to stand in line during COVID and risk, being close to one another. So yeah, I worked on that. Other enrollment applications, the holiday lighting, all the sign up for all the different events. It was me. I created all of that, and I continue to do that. So when any major events we have in the village, we always have an online presence for it to communicate out to the residents, make them aware of everything that's going on, and also coordinating that with Malvern TV. So I am the liaison to Malvern TV, and we work closely on communications and having consistent communications across the board. I think also just the technology backgrounds allowed me to also help streamline operations within the village. Again, during COVID, there was no way to collaborate on documents and share documents. Thankfully, we got a great grant, I think it was from the state, to provide for additional technology throughout the entire village. So new computer systems, servers. So I was a big part of that process across all the different departments. And also I built an intranet for us to be able to collaborate as a board, as within the village departments as well, to be able to share and collaborate on documents. So now, if you notice at a lot of the board meetings, we have computers there, and we're able to share using SharePoint. I created a SharePoint environment where we can upload all the documents, and there's no more a lot of papers in front of us. Everything is electronic now, and again, I was a big part of that process there.
Okay. You've worked with both candidates, and you chose to run with Deputy Mayor Perry Cucci.
Yes.
Can you explain to me why you were supporting him?
Yeah, so I know Perry brings a very strong background in law enforcement, and to me, the safety of our residents is our number one concern, I think, as a village board. So having somebody with over 20 years of experience in law enforcement, FBI special agent, and also public health safety. I know that you were the president of the Volunteer Ambulance Corps, still a volunteer to this day. Having that health knowledge is critical. And also just the experience that Perry's had being on the board for 6 years. He's worked with every department, so he knows the inner workings of every department. He knows the key people to talk to. He knows about the budgets in each department. So I feel like that knowledge of each department prior to becoming mayor is critical, right? You need to have that whole foundation to understand how each department operates in order to be able to be a responsible mayor and really communicate with all the different department heads and effectively get things done. So I feel like Perry's leadership, his dedication to the village and integrity that he has is very important to that role. And again, that experience, the years of knowledge and being on the board for a number of years is important to me.